The best things in life are free. That's the saying, isn't it? Everybody likes a freebie, and in 2020 there's so many free-to-download games for your Xbox One that it can get a bit overwhelming for where to start. So in this video, we're going to run through the very best titles that you can add to your hard drive for absolutely nothing. One thing to remember is whilst all of these games are free to download, some of them require Xbox Live Gold to play online. But to help you out, we've actually hidden a bunch of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate codes in this video that'll help you get online to play if you don't already have it. So keep an eye out, you never know where they might pop up. Where else could we start than with Call of Duty Warzone? This was an unexpected and very nice surprise when it dropped. An enormous COD Battle Royale mode that's actually a standalone game. We're talking one map, 2 modes, 150 players, and £0 to download. Let's focus first on those modes. There's your classic Battle Royale, as squads of 3 try to be the last one standing. And then there's Plunder, a race to earn the most cash by looting from the enemy and by completing contracts. Little in-game missions that will also grant you special rewards like being able to predict where the circle will shrink to next. Warzone also throws a ton of new ideas into the Battle Royale mix, like COD's classic killstreak rewards and my personal favourite, the Gulag. The first time you get killed, you'll be transported to another map, where other eliminated players face off in a 1v1 duel. The loser stays dead. The winner gets to redeploy on the map and join their teammates, provided they're all still alive, of course. And if you need some help for a speedy reunion, there's a ton of vehicles to help you get around the map quickly. As well as ATVs and SUVs, you can pilot an actual full-blown helicopter to escape that shrinking circle in style. And remember, Warzone doesn't require you to own any other COD game. You just download it from the Xbox Store and get stuck in. But if you have got Modern Warfare, good news, all your unlocked items, operators, and weapons will carry across between the 2 games.
What the hell are you? Death.
It would be crazy not to include the Battle Royale that took the world by surprise when it released completely out of the blue, Apex Legends. Now in its 4th season of content, Apex Legends is a high-octane, highly mobile Battle Royale that blends Respawn Entertainment's signature style of gunplay with a hero shooter. Season 4 introduced us to a new legend called Revenant, a cyborg assassin with a bit of a chip on his shoulder, and he only makes up a small part of the growing roster of legends to pick from. Traditionally played as a trios game, you and your mates will choose from 4 archetypes: offense, defense, support, and recon. Each one has a different role to play, and when you dive deeper into the individual character pages, it becomes very clear that each legend has a very unique set of abilities. Revenant, for example, has a Stalker ability that allows him to crouch walk faster than any other legend, giving him a stealthy but speedy approach. The most powerful abilities, however, are called ultimates. Have you spotted Crypto's surveillance drone? Well, be wary because he can trigger his drone EMP ultimate ability, rendering your traps useless, slowing you down and dealing damage to your shields. If you're playing as Wraith, you'll be able to use her Dimensional Rift ultimate ability to link 2 locations with a portal, allowing you and your team a speedy tunnel to zip in and out of for 60 seconds. With so many different abilities and so many different combinations of legends to sculpt a team out of, you'll have plenty to get your hands on in Apex Legends. And for the progression enthusiasts out there, there's even a battle pass system that allows you to earn some rather sexy weapon skins, character looks, and more. So start racking up the kills and carving yourself a pathway to true legend status.
You know, as long as people have been fighting to death in the woods, crowds have gathered to watch.
And if you're looking for something a little different in your free-to-download Battle Royales, how about Darwin Project? This freebie takes place in a dystopian, post-apocalyptic landscape in the northern Canadian Rockies, where a half-scientific, half-live entertainment project is being launched. Funnily enough, this new Darwin Project challenges 10 participants to survive the cold and fight to the death in an evolving and dangerous arena. As an inmate, contestant, you'll pick your gear and upgrade it by gathering resources, crafting tools, tracking your enemies, and engaging with them using a bow and arrow and thrilling axe fights. There's different classes with special abilities, upgrades, and power-ups, and a whole host of ways to play, meaning it's always a fresh experience. But what makes Darwin Project a bit different is an element involving the show director. This is your chance to become the game master for the match, where you'll be free to mess with the inmates and the map itself. Use your powers to generate tension and put pressure on the players with nukes or gravity storms, or reward them by warming them up or giving them resources to use. It brings a whole new dimension to a battle royale, making you the boss without having to ever get your hands dirty. How about joining one of the biggest gaming communities worldwide and letting your imagination run wild? It's almost cheating to include Roblox on this list because it technically offers you hundreds of thousands of different games to play. Think of it as a sandbox playground where people can develop their own games using the tools that Roblox offers. Fancy playing a game of pizza delivery? Or even a few rounds of FPS carnage inspired by some of gaming's greats? There's so much to do in Roblox that there just isn't enough time to show it all off. But it's definitely something to get your teeth stuck into if you're looking for a quirky community of people who are just looking to express their imagination. Now, imagine this. A whole planet full of metal war machines rolling about and destroying each other. Okay, that doesn't quite roll off the tongue. World of Tanks. Yeah, that's got a much better ring to it if you ask me. Anyway, World of Tanks puts you in command of over 500 war machines from the mid-20th century, so you can test your mettle against players from around the world. There's 5 different classes to choose from. You've got light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks, tank destroyers, and SPGs at your disposal, each with their own unique perks and advantages. And of course, they all look stunning thanks to those Xbox One X enhancements, HDR support, and of course, 4K Ultra HD. The game itself is pretty self-explanatory. Your aim is to take down the opposition using coordinated tactics with your team and be the last one standing. There's ranked, random, and team battles, as well as clan battles where you can create your own team and battle for strategic resources. And if tanks aren't your thing, why not check out World of Warships? I don't think we need to go into too much depth about that one. It's a similar concept, just on water instead. Having conquered the world of MOBAs with Smite, developers Evil Mojo Games turned their eyes to the hero shooter genre when they crafted Paladins, Champions of the Realm. Taking place in a sci-fi fantasy world, you'll have a large roster of 44 champions to choose from, all with differing abilities, playstyles, and archetypes. Some notable picks from the ensemble of characters to choose from include Androxus, a flanker that can dish out huge swathes of damage, but has a very useful escape ability. Some players even use that ability to close in on enemies before dealing a killing blow. There's also Koga if the stealth approach is more your flavor. His abilities don't have cooldowns, instead draining his energy bar, giving you tons of fluidity in how you decide to play him. Be wary though because he has a low health pool, so stay on your toes. All of the characters are unique in this way, with different stats, methods of attack, and more. So take your time figuring out which champion suits you best. You'll be taking them into multiple game modes, such as a classic team deathmatch, Siege, which is an objective-based mode where you push payloads into your enemy's base, and of course, ranked versions to truly test your skills and let you climb the competitive ladder to become a champion worthy of the title. It's all brilliant fun and a great challenge, but even better when you don't even need to pay a penny to download it. Time for an Xbox One exclusive with the post-apocalyptic looter survival game Vigor. Playing as a mashup of various genres, Vigor is a truly unique experience that won't cost you a penny. Set in the harsh Norwegian apocalypse, you'll need to gather resources to help you survive. Build up your base to make sure that you have all of the home comforts you need, and then embark on excursions to collect loot, all the while competing against other players to see who can land the big chest. There's a really interesting bidding mechanic that allows you to increase the chances of a chest containing valuable loot. But be warned, spend too much and get killed and you'll be out of pocket. The game has garnered over 1 million players and shows no signs of slowing down. So if you don't mind a bit of cold weather and fancy the absolute rush of a competitive shooter looter, take Vigor out for a spin on your Xbox One.
Anyone want a hug? No hugs.
As one of gaming's titans, Bungie took their years of experience and slathered it on a slick, shared world sci-fi romp when they launched Destiny back in 2014. Fast forward to today and you can enjoy the sequel, Destiny 2, all for the low entry point of £0. Technically renamed Destiny 2 New Light, this is a huge chunk of content that will introduce you into Bungie's shared world experience, full of tight gunplay, fantastical space magic, and plenty of big baddies to take down. There's plenty here on offer for fans of PvE or PvP play, and all of the content from year 1 of Destiny 2 is included. To break it down for you, that's the base game, plus the Curse of Osiris campaign from DLC 1, as well as the Warmind campaign from DLC 2. All of the missions, all of the strikes, and all 3 of the endgame multi-stage raids that deliver that delicious high-level loot. It doesn't stop there though, as all of the activities from the Year 2 annual pass are included as well. So you can get stuck into the Black Armory Forges, which are a sort of horde mode that allow you to craft specific gear by tackling some bounties, or if a mashup of PvE and PvP content would suit you more, try out Gambit Prime, where you'll be racing against your opponents to defeat a boss enemy called the Primeval. You can sabotage your enemies by invading their space and wiping their team. Just make sure you don't end up being the one who's wiped. It's an overwhelmingly excellent amount of content, wrapped up nicely in a 4K Xbox One X enhanced package that delivers hundreds of hours of fun. And if you want to extend it even further, you can pick up the latest expansion, Shadowkeep, from the Microsoft Store to keep the space magic flowing.
I have faced the flood and silenced truth. I will quell your thunder and douse your flame.
So we've got some shooters, some battle royales, and a few other action games, but now we need a fighter. Cue Killer Instinct. Now remember, the Definitive Edition is included as part of an Xbox Game Pass subscription, but the base version is yours to download absolutely free. You'll have 20 stages to duke it out on with a wild cast of fighters, each with fluid animations, unique combat tactics, and devastating special attacks. Rack up huge combos as your opponents look for openings to break you and turn the tides of battle. Play through a cinematic story mode and test your skills on monthly ranked tournaments. You can even play locally with a friend if you've got a score that needs settling and a simple game of rock, paper, scissors just won't cut it. So if this one sounds like a little bit of you, grab it right now for no extra cost. And what list of free-to-download Xbox games would be complete without Fortnite? 3 years on, the Battle Royale sensation is still great, and getting better all the time thanks to the steady flow of free updates that are sure to continue through 2020 and more years to come. Chapter 2 was a major reset for the whole game, taking us to a whole new island. And right now it's all about those espionage antics with a secret agent-themed Chapter 2 Season 2. You can choose between 2 spy organizations, Ghost or Shadow, and complete missions for them. There are secret bases to try and infiltrate, and oh, Deadpool's here for some reason, which is cool. But of course, there's that solid gameplay core of looting, shooting, building, and generally trying to make it through to the end. Honestly, we're a bit spoiled for choice when it comes to free-to-download Battle Royale games on Xbox at the moment. So that's it, the best free-to-download titles for your Xbox One in 2020. Let us know down in the comments if we've missed any of your favorites, and remember to smash that like button if you like what you see. Be sure to subscribe for all of the latest Xbox news, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!